Hi everyone, this is Marina with the Chef Sparrow. I hope life is treating you well. Thank you for watching and subscribing, and thank you for all your likes and comments. Today we are making steaks. One day I was craving steak and decided to experiment with spices and meat. After that, I always had a lot of compliments of how tasty and wonderful my steaks are. So now I decided to share my steak recipe with all of you. See if you like it too. If you already watched my other cooking videos, you probably noticed that my recipes have simple, readily available ingredients, yet require some waiting time for the infusion of the flavors. So if you are patient enough, you'll be rewarded with beautiful flavor palette. I don't know, maybe Remy from Ratatouille is my distant relative because I was born in the year of the rat too. Who knows? All right, enough this nonsense talk. Let's get down to business. For this video, I am using 3 ribeye steaks with the total weight about 3 pounds. In addition, I added crushed chili pepper flakes. My original recipe does not contain chili pepper flakes. Sometimes I use them and sometimes don't, depending on the mood. So for 1 gallon freezer Ziploc bag to be fully filled with meat, like in my video here, you will need steak of your choice, 1¼ tablespoon coarse ground sea salt. I like using kosher salt like I'm showing in this video. 1 tablespoon freshly ground black pepper, 4 tablespoons Worcestershire sauce. I don't know if I'm saying it correctly, but you can see it in the video, so you know what I'm talking about. 1 teaspoon ground coriander, 1 teaspoon ground cumin, 1 teaspoon ground ginger, 1 teaspoon dry fennel seeds, 1 teaspoon dry savory, 1 teaspoon dry basil, 4 cloves, like whole cloves, 2-3 bay leaves, half of teaspoon crushed chili pepper flakes, which is optional. This will add spicy kick to the steak, so be careful with the chili flakes. Half a cup of olive oil and 1 cup of water. For more intense flavor, mix dry ingredients in the mortar and crush them with pestle before adding to the bag. Pour water into the bag, add dry ingredients and Worcestershire sauce, close Ziploc and mix vigorously. Let it sit for about 10 minutes to make sure large salt crystals dissolve. Once salt is fully dissolved, add oil and mix everything again. Add the meat, making sure all is in a single layer. Turn bag over a few times, making sure every piece of meat is evenly coated from all sides, including the in between the steaks. Refrigerate overnight. I would recommend minimum 8 hours, but no more than 36. Since I like my food to have not only good taste but good texture as well, I do not recommend marinating meat longer than 36 hours because it affects the meat tissue structure and then it becomes more like canned meat and not the steak itself. Make sure to keep the bag leveled in the fridge and turn it over at least twice during the marination. And one important thing is make sure the Ziploc is fully closed, otherwise marinade might leak out. Let the meat rest on the counter for about 30-40 minutes before grilling, and then grill it to your liking. And don't forget to let the grilled meat to rest again before serving. Forget to mention that the amount of salt and marinating time is for steaks that are about 1 inch thick. If your steak is thinner, adjust the amount of salt and marinating time. That's it. Let me know in the comments if you try my recipe and what your verdict is. That's it for today's recipe. Thank you for cooking with me. Stay safe and I'll see you next time.